Hi everyone, it's your boy Zach, and I just finished, I believe it's season 2, episode 5 of Enterprise called A Night in Sick Bay. And it was interesting. So I've been hitting Enterprise. Mainly I've been hitting the really cringy ones, although I've watched a couple of really good ones. So one of the things people say is you really need to watch all 4 seasons, 5 seasons, 6 seasons of this to really. No, I don't have time for that. So basically, I just bebop around different series and really good or really bad episodes. So I mainly watch bad ones. This one was recommended. Well, not recommended, kind of the opposite. Whenever I would talk about how incompetent, unstable, immature Captain Archer is, people would say, "Did you see the one where he stops all ship operations because his dog is sick?" And I was like, "Oh, gotta go find that one and watch it." So that one is, it's not exactly. First of all, it's kind of frustrating because you read the description of it, and the description of the episode is not what the episode is about. Some people say it's like, "Oh, it's like a bottle episode, but the whole thing's in sick bay." No, he's in sick bay for maybe half the. He keeps leaving, so it's like saying someone's on house arrest, but they keep going to the 7-Eleven every 2 hours. But what I think this was is, and it was written by Rick Berman. Rick, why is it always Rick's? Whatever. The two showrunners at the time wrote the episode, which is usually a hint that they want to steer the show or the audience reactions a certain way. So I think what happened is they finished season 1 and they go, ratings are okay, but everyone is saying that Archer is an incompetent piece of shit asshole who shouldn't be in Starfleet. And they're like, well, technically it's not the Federation Starfleet, it's the United Earth Space Fleet or whatever. But I actually had to go talk to my buddy because I said Starfleet. I go, whoa, 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 whoa. I thought Starfleet was under the Federation, and I thought this was some kind of space force. And he goes, no, they're both Starfleets, but it's the United Earth and then it's the United Federation of Planets. But I've just got to say that I think Starfleet Academy, the version for the Federation, their curriculum was specifically designed to keep people like Jonathan Archer from ever getting command of anything. At one point in the Mirror episode or the Mirror Universe episodes, he's talking about, somebody says something like, or he says, "I'll be lucky to be piloting a moon shuttle." And I go, I think you would be lucky, and I don't think you are someone that I would want in charge of anyone. In the military, in the real life military, they have, I forget the phrase, but you'll read this in the news. Some five star. What am I talking about? Some like 4-star general will take away the command of a 2-star or 1-star, or 1-star will take away a colonel. And they won't say like you're incompetent, but they say they've lost faith. And I kept saying, like, what level of leadership and command would I trust Archer with? And I kept coming back to 0. So, nothing. He should not be in charge of anything that could fall on top of anyone. He's just basically unfit for command and even just any kind of military structure. So what I think happened is that the showrunners gave themselves some task. It's like, we want to prove that Archer is not a bad captain. You didn't do that. We want to prove that he's not a complete piece of shit. I think you were able to do that. We want to prove that he's a good person. Just barely. So the deal is, they're trying to get, I forget, some kind of component that's needed for the warp drive. They have 4, they only need 3, but the chief engineer wants to have 5, which is very, very bare. I mean, this thing is needed to keep you from being drifted or stranded in deep space. So I would say 6. If you need 3, I would say you should have 6 on hand at any one time. And Trip's, insistence on having 5 is I forgot to say, nobody respects Archer, and he does everything to not be respected. One of the worst things he does is constant tantrums and emotional blackmail. The reason something should happen is because Archer doesn't want to do the work to make the good thing happen, so we're just going to put up with whatever. He doesn't want to apologize. he spends half of this thing complaining that his dog, like the planet they visited, didn't check the genetic profile of the dog he was bringing along. So no matter how much you like dogs, I think even the biggest dog lover can say a dog lover or a dog on a starship is a luxury. And every single thing is like he keeps blaming, oh, they didn't check his genetic profile and compare it to their environment. It's like, no, no, no. You have a luxury on a starship. You have a dog. And you've decided that you want your doggy to go with you everywhere. All of it was on you. You have sensors. You have, what do they call them? Shuttle pods. Send someone down there with a whatever, a tricorder or a pre-tricorder, whatever they have. I've only watched like 7 episodes. I don't even know if they have tricorders. You go check out the environment. And then he's, oh, they didn't like this. And then, people are pointing out, it's like, well, it's a sacred tree and your dog peed on it. And he's like, so, well, it's sacred. Like, I know this is not the Federation. I know he didn't go through the Federation Starfleet Academy, but this is like basic stuff that any military officer, basically any time in the last 100 years, would understand. It's like, okay, that's some, and then like he doesn't want to apologize. It's just nothing. Like half of this is tantrum. So finally, the twist is he learns to apologize, but it's. This is a storyline for a very, very, not, I was going to say junior ensign. All ensigns are junior, but like a really, really young, like 17 and very emotionally immature. Although if you're emotionally immature, how did you even get to be an ensign in the first place? Like it's one of those things where you got him to square one, but he's a captain. He should be on square 10 all the time. It's embarrassing when you spend a whole episode getting your lead character to square one. Like it's pathetic. He should still be removed from his position, but they just go less harsh on him in the counseling session. They go, we think you'd be better in an admin job at this warehouse or something like this. Very, very bait. Because one of the things we also see is he's just not very smart. I would say he is of exceedingly average intelligence. His morals are not so much bad. His main problem is he's just very, very selfish and immature. He's not fit for command at all. In fact, every single person he meets is eminently more qualified for his position. And you just see his just immaturity, his lack of decorum. He's just not officer material, and he's certainly not command material. So I don't really know what more I can say besides that. I can see Archer as, I don't know, a gate guard somewhere. Perhaps a supply sergeant. No, I don't even know if he could be a supply sergeant. He could be like an enlisted guy in supply. Go catalog the warehouse. Oh, we need more of this truck tire. Go order the truck tire. I think he can handle that. He couldn't be in charge of any kind of leadership. No. I've got to say though that Phlox's smile is the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I absolutely hate it. I know it's exaggerated by his makeup, but I don't know why they do it. It's very, very off-putting. I did kind of trip out to see the underwater surgery they did on the dog. That was kind of weird and kind of cool. But besides that, Archer is just a clown who's not fit for any kind of leadership position. And doesn't he become the first president of the Federation? Why? Because his daddy got, invented warp 5 drives? What? But anyway, thanks for watching. And I keep saying I'm going to do Gotham, but I think I'm done with Enterprise. I've hit, when people were giving me the list of the really, really cringy episodes, I think I've hit all of them. I think there's one called Terra Prime that's a 2-parter that's supposed to be pretty darn good. So let me know if you want to watch Terra Prime. If not, I'm probably going to start jumping onto other series like Gotham and the Orville, and probably dip in on... I haven't dipped in on Arrow this season, have I? Probably dip in on Arrow. If there's a really great or terrible episode, let me know about that one. And then I'm definitely going to do the last, episode of Gotham. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I will have I try to stick to one video per day, but sometimes I fall asleep. Thanks for watching. Bye.